Well, hello there, and welcome back to TerraTech. It is I, Michael Max, and look at us! Look at us! We made it! We made it back! Featured YouTuber of the week again. Twice now. That's amazing. Thank you very much, devs. Thank you very much. That's it's quite an honor. It's quite an honor. They liked our Let's Talk episode, and actually, I got a really nice Twitter talk, I guess, message from them saying that they were super happy and that we had been reading their minds, which is awesome, which is super cool. So if you haven't checked this episode out, if you're only on the normal episodes, check it out. It just talks about what was, what is, and maybe what will be with the TerraTech world. And I'm hoping that it will lead to other episodes where we get to talk with the devs or answer more questions and stuff. So if you have questions for the devs that you want me to answer or ask them and have answered, you can go on my Twitter and write, or you can write at the bottom of this episode down below. You can do all sorts of things, and we that's I'm hoping to have a little one-on-one time with them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That, I mean, they're pretty busy right now trying to get multiplayer and single player combined, which is a feat, a big feat. They have admitted that it's it wasn't really what they thought the game was going to be, so it's being a little bit more troublesome than they had hoped and taking a little bit longer to get it stable, but we should see it probably, hopefully within the week, and if not, then you know what, it'll be done when it's done. They need the time to get it done, and that's all that matters. This thing is just not quite fast enough to do that speed test. I don't think it's quite fast enough, but we can always try. We did not get a good enough start there. Look at us, not even close, and we flew and we're still not even close. Yeah, that's the problem with a 3 propeller thing. We need rockets. We need serious rocket boosters to do that, and like you guys have already told me, what are you gonna do? My hair's doing funny things today. It's driving me crazy. It's time for a haircut. Maggie May needs a haircut too. Her hair's getting long, super long. I don't know if you guys are parents out there, if you have got your kids, but it's an interesting conundrum because you love your children so much, you don't want them to change at all. Yet you're coming to some things where they will change. They will need to change, and I'm dealing with that. I don't want to cut her hair. I love her hair the way it is. I love long ponytails and stuff. But then I look at pictures of her when she was tiny, and it's so cute with her little, Dame Judi Dench bob. That What are you gonna do? Oh, I love that the missiles fire out the back. I love that the missiles fire out the back here. I can't wait to fly against other opponents. I really hope that the next multiplayer update allows us, a monetary value and unlimited parts, and we can all just build. Or, what would be really great? It would be great to have like different arenas, like an aerial arena, or something like that. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think that, like, a map that has like no ground, like space, except the physics are still with air and stuff. A big bubble of that would be kind of interesting, actually. 0G would be kind of interesting too, and that those hovers would do interesting things. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. We haven't really explored this world very much. We kind of found our place that was awesome, and then we sort of stuck with it. This would have been a good place to put a big tower. We could have put a big tower up here, a big platform. That would have been a cool place. But this is so desolate. There's not very much here. I think one of my issues is that the diversity of resources is spread so strangely. This is a nice look at the hill, those hills. That makes a nice little area. That would have been a good base area. And you got some resources here and here and here. We haven't really found a really good green cove to make a lot of money. We've sort of been stuck at 2 mil for a long time. I've been waiting to start again. I've been waiting. We are all maxed out now. I've been waiting to start again for a while now, till the patch comes. Because if the patch comes and it doesn't hold saves, so we lose the save, then we're gonna have to start again anyway. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This plane's flying better today than it was yesterday. Huh. Have you guys noticed? Like, I've got a slow lift. You can see just a slow lift. Like I have, but it takes a long time for it to actually gain some altitude. See, it steadies out and then just got a tiny little lift. That gyroscope's doing its job. It's doing its job. I love the little air streaks. We talked about that the other day. In that Let's Talk episode, we talked about skins, and I think that they definitely have skins planned for the game. I think that it's something that's in the works. It was going to be a surprise, and we blew the doors off that surprise. I think I don't know. I have a hard time thinking about the game because cosmetically, yeah, this is kind of interesting. I like these. Yeah, cosmetically, it doesn't really change. I mean, cosmetically, yes, it changes the game, but it doesn't change the game functionally. It doesn't add a whole lot to the game, which is interesting. How do you guys feel about skins? Do you feel like that's something that the game needs? I think about it when I think about like an RPG. Like if you're going to play an RPG, oh, there's some ice. There's some ice. It took us a long time to find some ice. Big old glacier. Yeah, I feel like in an RPG you get to like change the armor and add different weapons onto your paper doll, and it changes the look of your guy, and you can spend. I remember City of Heroes. We used to play City of Heroes. I don't know if you guys know what it is. It was a massive multiplayer online game based. It was really close to the Marvel universe. You could make like a Wolverine-esque character, or DC, I guess, or Image, or any of those comic kind of character things, and you could just you were a superhero, and you could band together with a bunch of people. And I in fact had 2 accounts, and my girlfriend at the time and my roommate would whoever happened to be home at the time would play, and if they were both at home and I was at work or something, they would play together. And it was actually that was hard, because then like they would gain a bunch of levels and stuff, and then I'd come home and my character would be like less than them, and it would drive me nuts. But they'd be on these big raids, and they'd be like trying to protect me and stuff. It was fun. Anyway, it was good. It was a great game. But the best part about it, the very best part about it, was you spent like an hour and a half at the very beginning of the game, like dealing with the size of your character. Like, did you want him to be a great big tall skinny, or big muscly Hulk, or like a tiny little like wasp or Pym, like just super tiny and fun. Like, yeah, and your character, then you could make yourself super strong and then like wide and little, like the Beast or like Wolverine. And yeah, so you spent all that time just on how you looked to everybody else in the world. And so I'm thinking that once they get skins going here, and everyone chooses, if everyone likes gold and black or whatever, and then or pink and black, or red and black, or yellow, and whatever colors you like, once you're in those colors, everyone will know you, and you'll be like the Red Baron, right? Like that was the thing. Everyone knew that when they saw that Luftwaffe in like biplane with the big red X's, that the Baron was in the air, and get out of the way, like look out, he's the man. Or they were like, yeah, there's the man, I'm gonna be the man, I'm taking him out. And so yeah, I think that'll be interesting. And it'd be nice to see that if this map actually changes, if this map, the little mini map changes. Wow, we had to dodge a lot with that guy. if the mini map, this little thing changes for your colors, like if you get to that point where you're gold and black, if this is like gold and black, then you can see who that is over on your map. That will be very interesting. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm more excited about the capture the flag. I'm more excited about an open world with everyone joining that world, and I want them to clarify that is in fact something they're working on, because that is the multiplayer that everybody wants. It would be nice too if their servers were persistent, if like you could come and join a world that like people had been in forever, and then slowly start building your way up. If worlds were big enough that you could actually make the time up. Or if you could work from world to world. Like I could see the single player game being that you like went to one world and conquered it, and then, you know, you could take like a certain amount of money that your corporation would give you, and that's what you have as a budget to go to your next world. I think that would be, and then bang, at that next world, you know, there'll be different challenges, different setups of NPCs that already had certain budgets that were already set up. Like that seems to me like the kind of way to whoops. We got a little close. See if we can take off like that. Yeah, we can. Oh, this plane awesome. This plane is awesome. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking, that for the single player game that they could do that. Like you start you off like with a small map, like a tiny little map where you had a section of ground, and you know, they landed you on that ground, and it was like, take over this territory and protect it for 45 minutes. Like, this is your land. Don't let anyone get to your flag. Make it all green. If green's your color, that's what you do. So you protect it for 45 minutes, and then good job. Okay, so now we've given you clearance, mercenary, for looking after this other territory, and then it's like, okay, you've done a good job. Here's $1 million big bucks, and we want you to take over this planet. Go. And I'm sorry, there's no resources there, or your ship gets shot down because the guys don't want you there, the other corps don't want you there, or whatever, or they're afraid of you. So, or maybe you have to go land on a planet, and then there's a dude there who you have to meet up with and strike an alliance with, and then once you can become friends with him, suddenly now you have access to level 4 Hawkeye parts, because he's a Hawkeye representative or something. Like you may have like level 1 or level 2 Hawkeye stuff, but until you meet him and befriend him, you can't be level. Like, there's so much you can do, so much you could do with a single player game. In fact, you know what? Hire me, devs, hire me. Let me write the single player game for this. Give me like 3 weeks, and I will write the scripts. I will have all the text done. I will do it and hand it over to your programmers. What do you think? You think that's no? Yeah. What do you guys think? I think I could fly to London, and we could do it remotely. We could use Zoom, and I would talk you guys. You guys give me the ideas of what you think is possible and what isn't possible, and I'll just start writing it. I used to write a lot. I used to write a ton. It's all those D&D guys, man. All those game masters. They spent nothing but time writing adventures and ideas and NPCs and stuff. I could, you know what? I would love to write the Chronicles of Susie Zoom, right? Like how she worked her way up in the venture world to become, you know, the rep on world 665, 564. And then, you know, like she's been exiled to that rock to help newbies out for the corporation. Like, poor Susie. But it was because political intrigue, and someone above her was afraid that she was gonna do something because she was too smart, too good, too fast, all of those things. And it was her, you know, like trying to get off the planet. I'm starting to get the hang of flying low. It's dangerous, but it's fun. Those guys don't have weapons, but he's just a miner. But he's got a lot of health. It's so Robotech. I feel like a Veritech, like I'm firing weapons and they're just like like little streamers all around. Anyway, wow, we got off on like a super tangent today. We just talking about TerraTech. I should be saving this stuff for our actual episodes of talking about TerraTech, but really it's just me soundboarding. I really hope that there's a single player version of this game that's comprehensive and far reaching. Like I want you to be able to conquer the universe. At the end I want you to have a symbol like these of your own. I want you to be able to design and make a symbol, and that's your overwhelming symbol. And then as you gain levels as a character, I want that symbol to bring fear to the known universe. I want you to be able to, like you gain a level, you can put points in adhesion so that your parts hold on to each other just a little bit more, just a tiny bit percentage, so that when you run into things or if you get hit by something, your parts are, they're going to stay together just a tiny bit more. And then when you go into open worlds or whatever that are player versus player, maybe that doesn't mean anything. Maybe that's all reset to 0. Or maybe there's a zone where you can bring your character in and all of that stuff is for real. Like maybe you are a little bit better of a pilot, and so you gain pilot levels, which makes it a little bit easier to fly. Maybe gives you a little bit of a speed boost because you can find pockets of air a little bit better. You're just that much smarter. Or maybe gunnery. Maybe your weapons punch just a tiny bit better. You find weaknesses in other techs just that little bit easier. Like there's so many things, so many tiny things that they could add to make it a more role-playing-esque sort of situation. I know it's a lot of programming, and I know that that's a lot of work. And right now they're just trying to get the game off the ground. But I think that's the difference between making a game that everyone thinks is kind of cute and fun and a game that is like game of the year, sleeper hit of the year. Oh my God, a good story of, and the story should be something that you create, like the choices you make on what worlds to go to and whether or not you want to actually mine worlds or stop people from mining worlds. Like, are you more of a Greenpeacer? Are you more of an IRA kind of person? Like, are you going to go bomb shipments? What are you going to do? And like making those choices, which worlds, like if you finish your map and then there's 4 missions pointed towards you, like you can pick these. Well, which mission you chose informs on how your character is going to be seen in the world and how people are going to react to you. And of course, if you take out a ton of one corporation, well, maybe they're not going to offer you their parts at the sales stations as much, or that kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. But there's definitely like a freelancer situation. Like I don't know if any of you played Freelancer. It was a really great game. You kind of played Han Solo, right? And you were going around, finding things to hunt and oh, that was gonna be rough. Oh, we are out of power. We're at everything. Look at, what are we doing? We are making a mess. God, we're down to 2 of those. That's not good. That's not good. I love that we can just take off like that. Yep. Now we're gonna go home because that's what we do. That's what we do. It's dark. It's night, but I'm coming in. Down, down. And landing we do. Well, guys, that's all the time we got for today. I'm Michael Max. Thanks for talking with me about the single player aspects of this game. I think this game could be, it already has such good bones. It's just about fleshing it out. And I'm super excited to see what they have and who they bring on board. Like, I know there's a ton of BioWare writers and stuff that would love to get their teeth into something like this. There's a ton of great writers out there who are always looking for, like, let's get Patrick Rothfuss and see what he's doing. See if he wants to just write a module or 2. And then, you know what, like, let's do for $5, you can add a download content of that map. that Patrick Rothfuss wrote, or like let's get Neil Gaiman to write us a dark and scary and terribly awesome Cthulhu-esque storyline and stuff. Let's grab a ton of really great writers out there and have them, and like me, I just mentioned two really good male writers, but let's get a lot of like women writers to write us some stories too. Like let's get writers to come, and or maybe comedians, you never know. Let's get Sarah Silverman to write one. Let's get Felicia Day to come write us an episode. I think that would be awesome too. That would be fun to see what they had in mind. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't you pay $5, $6, $7, $10 to do a mission, a set of missions, 5 worlds, 6 worlds that Felicia Day writes the content to and the text? I would. I absolutely would. I think it would be hilarious. Anyway, I'm Michael Max. This is TerraTech 0.7.9. It's soon to be 8. Whenever it gets done, it's done. And we're going to continue just talking our way through and seeing what everyone has in mind. What are your dreams? What are your dreams and questions? If I could ask the TerraTech devs anything, what would you like me to ask them? Yeah, write it down below. And buy the game on Steam in early access. We'll see you all in the next episode. Bye now.